You know what's not doing so well at the box office, Jay? Old Thunderbolts.
Really?
It's so fucking weird, isn't it?
Imagine my shock.
It's so fucking weird, isn't it? Even including talking on this show and having people getting very upset that we're calling it absolutely the way it is about Disney's box office. And here we are, and it's, third weekend, and this is before two big releases come out in Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch. So this was the last good chance it had to have a really great hold and make up some more ground on these other movies, these other flops that it's trying to get past. And unfortunately, did not happen. It's official. Disney's Thunderbolts is a box office dud. And yes, Jay, they finally crossed the $300 million threshold. But unfortunately, because once again, overall this weekend, it's still tracking behind where Captain America Brave New World was at this given point in time, with some new releases coming out. Now people are starting to say, well, we said $440 million. Maybe it's closer to 415 or maybe even 400. Despite Thunderbolts reviews on fire, this third weekend is still below Captain America 4, and the finale seems to be around $400 million at this rate or below. And you can see internationally, very much struggling. $15.7 million on its third weekend overseas versus Captain America 4's almost $19 million. Harsh 53.8% drop. Now it's eyeing, some people say around 400. Now people are saying 405 to 415 global run, which would be right on par with Captain America Brave New World, which means after all of this hubbub, after all of this coping, after all of this ridiculous shilling, we're going to have articles in a couple weeks that say, what happened to Thunderbolts? Another Marvel box office disappointment. It's like, yes, we told you this from the beginning. This is what the numbers were telling us all along the way. $180 million production, plus $100 million when it comes to marketing. And this movie, at this point in time, unless every theater in the world burns down and can only show the Thunderbolts, that's the only thing you can see, it's done. It's another failure for Marvel.
Who would have thought, right? I honestly thought it would do better than Captain America, but, here we are. The fatigue is real. People just walking out, don't care, have no interest in the Thunderbolts whatsoever. Even though, like, a lot of people said it was an okay film. It wasn't like horrific or crazy messaging or anything like that. The word of mouth couldn't save it. The change of the name couldn't save it. It might have made things worse, to be honest with you. You know what? I'm going to blame Snow White. The fact that they re-released Snow White for some weird reason over Mother's Day just kept people from going to see the Thunderbolts. That's what I think the genius is over there at Disney. That's what messed this whole movie up. Why would they put a movie such as Snow White against the Thunderbolts on Mother's Day weekend? Kind of crazy. Still scratching my head on that decision, but maybe the world will never know.
I don't think that was it somehow. Yeah, you're right. Maybe on Mother's Day weekend, people wanted to go out and watch uninteresting heroes be fucking depressed. Maybe that is what people wanted on Mother's Day. They certainly didn't want Snow White.
Oh.
Okay. But yeah, there's Thunderbolts with all the hoopla, with all the praise, with all the coping, with all the people lying about it. And here we are, and it's going to end up, I said I think it was going to edge out a little bit higher than Brave New World, but just barely. That was my expectation. And now that might not even be possible. This movie lost money. This movie is losing money. And I guess Fantastic Four is the next one to get the old Marvel media hype train up and ready for.
So we're talking Snow White, Captain America, and Thunderbolts, just three giant eggs in a row.
Well, you look at those, Captain America and Thunderbolts, Thunderbolts is definitely an egg. Captain America Brave New World, because of what we know about the reshoots that they didn't tell us in the fucking production budget, right? We know that one's a giant fucking goose egg, right? Just like Snow White. This one is probably the lesser of the flops in terms of how much money they lost. But yeah, between Snow White and the hundreds of millions they spent on that, Brave New World and the hundreds of millions that they lied about but still spent on that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they're going to have an amazing box office this weekend with Lilo and Stitch. I think that movie's going to do massive numbers. And there's Tom Cruise, so we're going to see a massive jump to kick off the summer blockbuster weekend, I guess, for movies.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's any way in hell that Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is a financial success.
Yeah.
You know, with all the money that they wrapped into this, with how over budget they went because of some delays and some problems and stuff, I just don't see any way they can recoup that money. The fact that they spent $375 million on it or whatever it is, I don't see $1 billion being a possibility, even if it is the best. It could be the best Mission Impossible movie we've ever seen.
Right.
I don't know if that franchise has the capability of hitting $1 billion, but maybe. We'll see.
I guess
hope I
time
like
will
the
tell.
movie.